Hello, everyone. Hello, Solar Nation. How are you guys doing tonight? I hope that you guys are doing very well, enjoying your night. And there are a few things that I want to share with you today. My name is Sarah Xavier, the creator and founder of the Financially Fit Women. And I hope that you guys have had the chance to check my website. Go over there if you guys haven't had the chance to go to the Financially Fit Women. Right now, I'm actually checking if I have to share my video or if the video was shared already. So just give me a second. There you go. There it is. So we are live. Perfect. And I hope that you guys hear me very well. So again, welcome. I'm very excited to be here tonight. I actually have a few truth bombs that I want to drop tonight regarding choices that leads to financial failure. And I can tell you, and I can talk about that because I have personally have financial failures. I have personally been homeless twice. I have had at some point no money. But again, there is a reason, right? And that's what I want to talk to you about tonight. This is all about choices, the choices that you make. So one thing that I want to mention about choices, and this I actually learned in the book, The Compound Effect from Darren Hardy. If you guys have never read this book, actually, I have it here. I have a copy. I love the audiobook because Darren Hardy is actually reading it. And I love to hear his voice and the way, like all the inflections, when he's a great narrator of this book. But I have the copy of the book as well. And there's a lot of truth bombs on this book that I want to share with you. And then there's also others that I'm going to add myself as well. But one thing that he mentioned about choices is that choices are the root of every result. So you make a choice, you will have certain results, right? So no matter what it is, the result could be your best friend, or could be your choices could be your best friends, or could be your worst enemy. Because no matter what is the choice that you make, the result are going to speak for themselves on if you have chosen well or if you haven't. So I'm going to be adapting what he's talking about with financial failure, right? Why some people are always saying they don't have money. So obviously, if we have a job, we're supposed to have money, right? We're supposed to make money. And sometimes it's not necessarily about the money, but it's where we are spending our money, where our priorities are going, right? So it is important to understand what is becoming our priorities these days. If you have a job for a long time and you don't have money, that means that you have poor money management, right? You're not tracking your money. You're not creating a budget. You don't have a plan when it comes to that money. And also is where your priorities are going. I see a lot of people, for example, that their priorities are to go to clubs, to go to restaurants, to have fun, go to bars, right? Spending their money out and about, hanging out, having fun, right? Instead of using that money to make the money grow. So instead of putting it in things that allows the money to grow, right? So you can actually expand and achieve other things. The other thing is about growing yourself. A lot of people, instead of like spending some money or, part of the money in personal development, in things that are going to allow them to be better and get out of the situation that they are right now, all they're doing is spending their money on meaningless things, right? So they don't invest in themselves, right? They don't grow, and they cannot get out of their financial situation because their priorities are not in the right place. So that's basically the first truth bomb, right? It is where are your priorities right now? Are you investing in yourself? Are you investing in your future? Are you making the right choices when it comes to the money? As soon as you get the money, what do you do with it? Are you putting in things that allows you to, for that money to grow more, or are you just putting on meaningless things that are not going to get you anywhere? So I think that's very important. So so ask yourself these questions. Where do you rather spend your money? You know, like it's in meaningless things that are not going to get you very far, are not going to allow you to reap a good financial future, or are you willing to make the sacrifices that are going to allow you to achieve your goals and to achieve the dreams that you have? One thing that that you need to do is be honest with yourself and ask yourself, are you really working as hard as you should be working in order to achieve your goals and dreams? That's another thing. A lot of people, they just want to get by. And one thing that has been very hard for me, because I am very ambitious, I have a lot of goals, and sometimes I'd rather sacrifice certain things like binging on a TV show. I'd rather sacrifice not going out in order to be able to focus on my goals and focus on my dreams, right? It doesn't mean that I don't go out or have fun. It's just that that's not my main goal. That's not my main priority. That's not the only thing I do all the time, or binging on TV, right? So I'd rather focus on the things that are going to get me closer to my goal, because that's the most important things that is for me. And I am ambitious enough in that it is my choice, and we come back to choices, right? It is my choice. It doesn't make me feel any less. To the contrary, it makes me feel sad for the people that all they're doing is wasting their lives and wasting their time. And instead of being, thinking about and analyzing themselves and thinking, am I really working as hard as I should be working in order to make my goals? So, so that will make a huge difference. And another thing is that I have had to come to terms, because I think that everybody is like me, but I have had to come to terms that not everybody is like me. I have had to come to terms that some people are just, they're just gonna go by, right? They don't have what it takes. That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of people, some people, they just don't have what it takes to be successful. Some people, they just don't have what it takes to change their habits and behaviors. And that's the second thing that I was going to mention. So one thing is the choices that we make that will have a specific results, right? The second thing is our behaviors. So when you make a choice, you create a behavior. And if you keep repeating that behavior, it's going to turn into a habit. And changing habits is very difficult. It's not that easy, right? So the only way that you can change a habit is by changing your behavior. So if you have a specific routine, something that you do every single day, then you have to little by little, because little choices are the ones that are going to be compounded, like the book says, right? Little by little, you have to start changing those choices that will change your behavior, and in the end it will create a new habit that will allow you to achieve your goals and your dreams. So again, some people, they just don't want to put the work. Some people, they just want to go by, even though you give them the system, even though you give them everything in a silver platter that they have to do. Also, they don't, even if you give them the solutions to their problems, like for example, some people comes to me and because they're struggling, they don't have money, etc., right? So one thing that I have done in the past is that I start selling my stuff. I till now I have so much crap that I can still sell, that I can still get rid of, and I am actually. There are plenty of websites like Craigslist, eBay, OfferUp, Let Go, What else? Facebook Marketplace. There's so many different places that you can actually sell things. You can sell your clothes, you can sell furniture that you're not using. And I have given that solution to a lot of people. Why don't, instead of having and paying $200 for a storage unit, and this happened to one of my girlfriends a few years ago, as soon as I saw that, she was spending over $200 in a storage unit, that she was not really, full of furniture. And I'm like, why are you paying $200 for all this furniture that by the time that you are going to take it out of the storage unit, it's going to be outdated? The value is not going to even be close to what you have paid for years. So imagine $200 in a year, that's $2,400. By the time that year passed by, that furniture is not worth $2,400. Not only that, she already had that storage unit for about 2 years. So imagine paying $2,400 for 3 years. That is thousands of dollars. So I told her that maybe in about August. And the year after that, around February, that's when she finally decided to sell all this stuff. And what did she get? Probably less than $1,000. So again, there are a lot of ways. It's about the choices that you make. It's about the behaviors. It's about your mindset too, right? Because if you don't have the right mindset and you keep creating all these excuses, then obviously your life is not going to get better. So imagine all that money that, like she was struggling financially, but she was still paying $200 for a storage unit for things that in the end she ended up selling anyway because it was outdated. So again, we all have what Darren Hardy calls a microwave mentality, right? We want things like right now. Right? For me, if my computer is too slow, I go crazy. If that YouTube video is not loading fast enough, I go crazy. So we can actually cook an egg in 1 minute, right? That's the mentality that sometimes we have. And a lot of times when we make a choice that, okay, yes, I'm going to go this route, but then they see that they don't get the results right away, a lot of people, what they do is that they quit. And then they go back to their previous behaviors and their previous habits, right? To go binge on the TV, to go to the bars and the clubs and have fun and, just relax and spend what they call quality time with their family, right? Which is like probably being from the TV or out and about. But again, if you really want to achieve financial freedom instead of financial failure, these 3 things have to change. You have to change your mindset, and you have to change your choices, and you have to create new behaviors that in the end are going to solidify the habits that you have. And nobody said it's easy. It requires sacrifices. It requires to really grow. And again, that's why some people just don't have what it takes, because they're not willing to put time to grow for self-development, right? They're not willing to put the money into self-development programs or into self-development books, right? That allows them to change those behaviors and allows them to change their mindset and progress. So here are my truth bombs. I hope that I have, bringing some value to you. Think about it. Again, the choices that you make, and it doesn't have to be drastic choices, just little choices that you make every day are going to reap in the future. And it could be for the better or it could be for the worse. So if you want to make more money, make sure that your choices that you make are on money-making activities, that the choices that you make are creating behaviors that allows you to grow mentally, to grow emotionally, and to have that self-development that, that allows you to invest in yourself. How do you think most of these amazing and super successful individuals that are around today, how they were able to achieve all those things? Well, because they invested in themselves. They make sacrifices, right? They were asking themselves every single day, and I'm doing what it takes. Am I doing, and I'm really working as hard as I should be in order to achieve my biggest dreams and what really matters to me. So that's what I leave you with today. Again, my name is Sarah Xavier, the creator and founder of the Financially Fit Women. And again, visit my website. You can find me also on Instagram, the Financially Fit Women, right here on my page, the Financially Fit Women on LinkedIn, and then Sarah Xavier on Twitter. So I wish you well, and you guys have a great evening. Ciao.